It's about to get really spooky. Hey guys, what's up? As you guys know, Halloween is just around the corner, and I've decided to start a new tradition called Supernatural Storytime. The last Tuesday before Halloween of every year, I'm gonna tell some of my supernatural stories, because supernatural things tend to like me and my friends. So we have plenty of stories for this tradition to last for a while. So today I'm going to tell 3 stories, nothing really major, nothing horrible. That will be more down the road. I'll build up over the years. Today it's just going to be 3 simple stories. First story. In elementary school, I had a friend named Keith. And I would hang out at Keith's house a lot. And I stayed at his house probably about 5 times. And there's a reason I never stayed any more than that. Keith lives in a 2-story house, and his room is the whole 2nd story. Now the stairs are like old wood to where they creak each time you go up. So you can hear everyone coming up, coming down. It's basically impossible to sneak up on anyone up there. On the very last night that I stayed over at Keith's house, I was already asleep, but something woke me up in the middle of the night. And I heard footsteps coming up the stairs. And at the time, I thought it was Keith's mom, just coming to check on us, right? And then when the footsteps get to the top of the stairs, it walked close to where Keith's bed was, and I was sleeping on the floor. But it stopped, I'm gonna say probably like 6 feet away, and it just stopped. You hear no noise after that. Everything went dead silent. So I thought, okay, that's pretty weird. But it's probably Keith's mom, so whatever, she'll go back downstairs. No, a few seconds pass and you don't hear any movement in the room. You don't hear anyone go back down the stairs or anything. So I'm like, alright, this is weird. I don't want to, but I'm gonna look. So I look, I turn around, and there's nothing. Nothing there whatsoever. So, okay. As a kid, that was pretty freaky and everything. Alright, so that was the first story. Not that bad, right? Alright. Second story. Me and my friends like to go on ghost tours a lot. And one ghost tour was a Saturday ghost tour at this cemetery right here, Concordia Cemetery. And the organizers of the ghost tour took us basically everywhere. And we spent like 30 minutes in each section. The only place we weren't allowed to go in was this area right here because that's private property. Now, they said this area back here was like the most haunted and has had the most sightings and things and grave robbers. It was just the most hardcore area. The last 45 minutes, we were able to free roam the cemetery, of course, except for that private area. Me, because I was disappointed the whole time we were there, we really didn't see anything. I wanted to go to the most haunted place. Everyone else didn't want to go with me, so I was like, whatever, fine, I'll go by myself. I want to see something. 40 minutes go by, nothing happens. The coordinators come and they're like, hey, everyone needs to go head towards the gate already. So I was like, alright, whatever. So I was walking along. I was by myself because the coordinators were like looking to see if anyone was still way the hell back here. And there was no one around me for, I'm say, like 30 or 40 feet. And then I started hearing footsteps. Separate footsteps right next to mine. At first, I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, okay, that's weird. Maybe it's my imagination, whatever, it echoes. But then I start hearing a woman singing, like if someone is walking right next to me and singing. And it freaked me the hell out. And every time I would look, there would be no one there, and the singing and the footsteps would stop. But every time I would look away, it would be a couple seconds, and then it would start up again. Up until I left the private area, because I was right here on the edge of the wall. And as soon as I got away from the wall, it all stopped. So, that was really weird. Third and final story, as you guys can probably tell from this title, deals with werewolves. In middle school, we would hang out at my friend Eddie's house all the time. And we would hang out in his backyard. One night, we were all back there, and we heard dogs howling, but it was different. You know, like when you hear a fire engine or a police siren, and you can hear where it's coming from because you can hear the echoes as it trails along. That's how the dogs howling were. You would hear some dogs barking and howling, and then it would move along, and then these would stop, and you could just hear a trail of like something moving, but we thought, it was just another dog or whatever. But the trail was moving pretty fast, so we're like, oh, well, it's a dog running or a coyote or something. That's pretty natural around here. We were just looking just to see, And you see like a little pack of dogs, like different kinds of dogs. I'm gonna say about 7 or 8 different kinds of dogs running down the street. And we're like, okay, that's weird, that's different. And then a few seconds lagging behind was this big dog, like, or whatever the hell. And it was like really big, like I was shorter at the time and all that. But it looked from, you know, the backyard to across the street, it looked like it was like this big, and it didn't really look like a dog. It looked like some bear, coyote, werewolf thing, werewolf basically. It managed to stop right in our field of vision. It got up on 2 legs, looked around, got back down on 4 legs and just took off. And we all had to like make sure we all saw the exact same thing. We're like, yeah, dude, I think that was a werewolf. You saw a werewolf too? Dude, that was a fucking werewolf, man. And we were just like, it was a crazy time. I know these stories and the stories in the future are gonna sound really far-fetched and like, oh, he's making this stuff up, or he's crazy, or he was young, he thinks he saw this. But this is really what I saw. And I have people, you know, who are either with me, so who saw and experienced the same thing, or I have pictures and videos of the stuff. Not all of it, because I don't have any of this, because this is all before I had a camera. But a lot of the stuff later on when we were in high school, which I'll tell you as the years come, I actually have pictures and videos of a lot of crazy stuff, and I'll bring some of my friends over and they'll tell you their side of what happened. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Happy Halloween. Be sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out last week's video. Also, I want to hear about your guys' supernatural stories. Leave them down below. You know, aliens, werewolves, vampires, ghosts, demons, possessions, whatever crazy stuff. No matter how small, no matter how dark and twisted, leave it in the comments. I want to know. I want to know that me and my friends aren't the only people who experience really weird things. Always stay smiling, be safe, and don't get eaten by werewolves.
Look, there's still a female here.